everybody, Alex here with another episode of Broken Cards of Hearthstone, and today we're doing a 5 and 6 cost cards. So yeah, let's do this. So we start with this card, which is well, this card is slightly overpowered, but well, it's actually not that bad. Oh, I think this card is actually okay. Maybe 2-2 will be much better bonus, but still, it's not that bad. And we have this card, which is okay. This card. Do help everyone. Actually, I think this card is slightly overpowered. It has really good stats and really strong battle cry. Yeah, I think it should be like one health. Maybe some specific character and two character on its side will be probably better. Then we have this card, well, this card is actually technically overpowered. It has really good stats and really good special ability, but at the same time, it's actually a little challenging to take advantage from this because you need to have a bunch of cards at the same time and keep them alive, and bunch of uh, buff spells it's giving you all sorts of bonuses, so that's kind of make things a little more difficult, but I think this card still should be like probably less damage will be much better choice. I mean, it's a epic card, but still it's slightly overpowered. Then we have this card, which is highly overpowered, and I'm pretty sure this card is on my top 10 most overpowered card. But at the same time, it's on my list of most useful cards. So it is good card. It is great card. And maybe it's a little too great, I think. So yeah, because like doing copy any minion, even if there is like Ragnaros or some 10 crystal card, that is a little too cheap for 5 crystals. I mean, if this card can copy any card with the same price, that will be okay. But at the same time, for this price, I think it's a little too much. It'd still be great card, but no. Only downside is sometimes this card can be summoned with some other cards which don't take advantage from its battle cry. It's probably strongest battle cry card in the game. So yeah, OP. And we have this card is actually okay. This card. If this card have a higher stats, then I would say it's OP. But like this, I don't like this card. I think it's a little annoying because it can be like really easily abused to do some ridiculous things. Fortunately, they change the way how Warsong Commander works, so it's not nearly as annoying as it used to be. I think this card should still have like lower stats, probably lower damage. Not necessarily lower hit points, but yeah. What next? We have this card, which well, I think most of the inspire cards are in general overpowered. I mean, if you have like questing adventurer, he get +1/+1 every time when you play card. This dude get like even if you inspire once, you still get really strong card for this price. And if you are able to do this multiple times, then it's even worse. And then we have this card, which is probably even worse. I mean, yeah, it has really low stats for its price, but its special ability is pretty ridiculous. I mean, if you were able to play these cards, two of them at the same time, so they basically like buffing each other, then your enemy have a big problem. So yeah, both these cards are overpowered. I think. I mean, yeah, you still need to use your hero power, which kind of compensated. It's kind of compensation because your hero power by its own, it's a little. What's the word which I'm looking for? Um, it's little. Um, Weak, but still, I think it's a little too much. Most of the inspired cards are overpowered, more or less. Then we have this card, which well, this card isn't actually that bad because yeah, it give you like random spell, but if a spell is random, which mean you can get something which is really cool, but you can also get something which is absolutely useless, or even can cause problem to you. And also, the spells which you get has its own mana cost. So I think this card is actually okay. I think this card is actually balanced. So then we have more cards. Then we have this thing. This card is. This card is actually. Hmm. It's hard to tell. This card is in fact overpowered or not. I mean, it has really low stats for its price. Uh, at the same time, it cannot fight back, so I don't think it's that bad. Okay, let's move on to 6 ghost cards. We have this thing. This card is. I think this card is OP because it's reduced the price all cards in your hands. And even if this card is usually destroyed really quickly, but even if it is destroyed immediately, you still get like discount one, which can be which is really useful. Like if give like reduces for one card, that will be okay. But all of them, I think that's a little too much. What else? This card is also slightly overpowered. Slightly. And we have this card, which uh, it's got basically pretty much double efficiency or hero power, which for about price of 3 hit points seems to be a little cheap. But if you realize like basic strength of your hero power is usually a little low, then I don't think it's that bad. So I think that's okay. Here is another example of card which have this destroy anything which you hit. So I don't like this in general. And here is another. This is probably one of the most overpowered inspire card because it give you like it can summon like it has a really low stats for its price, but even if you do this like only once, you still get like really good card for free. And if you have more of them, then you really have a problem. Especially if you combine several inspire cards, then it can be pretty ridiculous. But I guess that's kind of point here. So I don't know. Then we have this card which has all stats for its price. It has like 2 hit points less than it should be, which is equivalent about approximately 1 crystal, but then you get 4 crystals for free, which, yeah, it's a random unit, a random minion, and it's for price. This card is destroyed, and it can be eliminated with silence or polymorph. But I think it's still a little too much. I think better choice would be like 3 crystals. I think. What else? This card is. Mm, well, this card have actually potential being really overpowered, but at the same time, condition for using this card, it's really difficult to do. So, I don't think if this card is actually overpowered. I don't know. I don't know. And we have this thing. It's like okay, I guess. Huh. Um. Yeah, I think these one are okay. So let's check card which I didn't make. Okay, another example card which actually can hurt you like your enemies. I don't want to repeat myself. I say my reasons why I don't like this card. That's it. And we have this thing which I don't know. This looks okay. There is another card which is broken because again, it's a card which help you your enemy same way like you. So what's the point to doing this? I really don't know. And again, it's giving you like it gives this if this card gives like a random weapon both you and your enemy, like let's say you with the higher price and your enemy with the lower one. So I don't know. I really don't see point of this card, and honestly, I don't remember if ever somebody actually used this card. So yeah, I just don't know. Another ridiculously randomized card. No, actually, well, no, this one is I mistake this card from other one. Okay, no, this card is actually okay. Okay, what else? Another here is another card which again help your enemy same the way like you. So what's the point? This card literally have no sense. Okay, this card this card is one of the candidates for most ridiculous and most broken card in the game. It's a card which have really high price, really good stats for its price, like really good stat. But the special ability, it's so bad. I think it's not worth it. like at all. Because this card can cost you so much. I mean, it can like absolutely decimate your deck, and I think it's not worth it. I mean, yeah, it's a strong card for low price, but the special ability, it's so bad. I really don't understand why this card doing this every time. I guess like most of the cards here are overpowered. This is one thing which I like complain most. I know that, but this is card which is ridiculous. Like this card is like too bad. I don't think it's worth it, and I actually don't remember if ever anybody used this card. This card is one of the worst cards in the game. Unless you can use this card to do like really quick finishing blow to your enemy, then this card is cause more problem than it's help. Ugh. Then we have this card. Mm, oh, I think this card is okay. Then we have this card, which is a little pointless because destroy a beast that's kind of unreliable. You never know when it's useful. Then we have a Leroy who is. Uh, I think Leroy is. I think his Leroy is actually okay. I probably personally don't use cards like this because charges are really not my style, at least not anymore. Here, this is the card which is like even worse than Mud Bomber because how incredibly like you really don't never know what this card doing. Extremely unstable, extremely unreliable, and this card even don't have like good stats or anything. Like you never know what this card is do. It's just this card is just chaos. This card is. Well, this card actually isn't that bad, just a little difficult to use. It's a great card, but still. Okay. Um, uh, here is another card, which again, it's giving you high stats for low price, but for big disadvantage. I don't think it's worth it. Like the best thing about this card, if you wanna destroy somebody like really quickly and then remove this card fast as possible, or throw a bunch of spells. Otherwise, it's not too good card. I mean, yeah, I guess the cost must be like compensated by something else, but I think it would be much better if this card instead of like doing this do something like uh, something which give you force you like pay the additional price different way, which there should be like something what happens once and then not the same time. This is just bad. Okay, let's go a six card. Mm, oh, this card is actually okay. Okay, this card is a little broken. Not necessarily overpowered, but it's give you a mag in your hand. If you cast one mana spell, which is kinda useful, but only if you cast one mana spell. And to be honest, there is not too many one mana spell. It's something which is difficult to get advantage because the restriction and the card actually don't have that much amazing stats for its price, which really make no sense because the mana spell, the mag have its own mana cost. So what's the point? I don't understand. It's a good card, but it should react. It should have better stats, and it should react to any spell, not just one spell, because this is absolutely pointless. Then we have this thing which I really don't know what awesome inventions this thing can create. But what makes this card broken is the fact it gives you an awesome invention and you have no idea what this invention is. So you may spend a bunch of dust for this card and eventually it can do something which you even don't want. So I think it's a little tricky. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. Okay, how about this card? Um, okay, this card is a little broken because again, first Paladin's card should be given only by Paladin. This should be like Paladin card. That's first place, and second, I don't understand why this card have such a big stats because the card which is giving to you again have its own mana cost. So what's the point? This card is okay, but a little unstable. This is really broken card because this card can, like, it's a strong card for. It's a card which has relatively good stats, but at the same time it can like mess with your strategy because 50% chance the attack wrong enemy for anybody on the board, including your opponent. It's really unstable card, and I don't like this. Same thing here. Then we have this card, which this card actually isn't that bad. This card is actually okay. This card, however, it's OP. Like this card is seriously OP. I mean, yeah, it's OP only if your enemy have any card. So in certain circumstances, this card can be completely useless, but that's really don't happen too much. So I think this card is little OP. Then we have this card, which seven nine. Well, this card is actually example how uh, a price like for good stats for low price are done correctly. The price stats of this card should be about 6/6, but it has 7, 8, 9. It's like 3 hit points. It's actually it's actually more than it's actually should have a better stats actually. No, this card is okay. And now we have this thing which yeah. This card okay, I think this card is a little OP. Like any here's the thing. Any cards which destroy things immediately, it's to me OP. Even when it's restricted only for towns that really don't change anything because it is still OP. Even if you reduce its price, it still be OP. Then we have this thing which uh this card is a little unstable but not necessarily bad. Then we have this thing which is oh it's okay. This card is actually okay. And yeah, that is everything for today. So we have like a highest class of the card would be pretty interesting because there is several really broken cards here. So that'll be definitely interesting. And then will be probably end of this series. I have an idea for another series about cards. We will see. Maybe I do it, maybe I don't know. But for now, I'm done. So thanks for your time as always, and I will see you later.